cash to blow, hollering at the green 90s foreign. Got me using my 90s, alright. She was choosing in the parking lot. I was looking too, keep my number locked. I made on the couch at your mama house. Ride around, bubble loud with the window down. Some of y'all done lost y'all mind. Baby, let me see you pop, that's fine. I can see from the front and I knew at once I was gonna have to walk back by. From the spots, but I be on Old Net. But I pull up on my cousin on Rainbow Drive. Whip clean, let the paint don't dry. Where you from? Clean your sorry.
What's happening? Southside, Clayco, you know what's up. Oh, damn, I don't even come up this far. Hit Cat Cade on the Sundays, say a parking lot prayer, no. I just wanna kick back, relax, shout it in the Monday. Hop out the seat, slide, it's nice to meet you, green eyes. Let's take a lap, I'll bring you right back to your friends before they start tripping. As I see the from the glide with the golden teeth. I don't even know if they notice me, they don't even know that we way too deep. I'm from the west, and they from the east, and all white tees, looking like sheep. I don't even wanna get one of them sneaks. We throwing up fours and ones and threes, and talking about west side, what's happening? Hey, we just pulled up the boiler, bro. Where you at? Southside, Clayco, so that.
You ain't never been to Skate Town. Auto National, you know it go down. You ain't never been to Cascade on the west side, up in LK. You ain't never been to Golden Glide, it's in the day. You ain't never been to Sparkles, gliding with your babe. I ain't never been to Skate Zone, cause it's something Marlboro. I'ma pack a Carlo, I'ma take the grass and meet tomorrow.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Houston Texans. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they can't bring him down. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
Ready! Here we go, set! Cougar 19! Get him! Let's go!
On play action, Ward. That's caught left side by Ironman. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
What a start here to the ball game. You get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 30-yard line.
Ready! 60 Bison! 60 Bison!
They fake the handoff. Now Ward. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
2nd and 10.
Get it! 79!
Play action, Ward. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Ready? Panther Street, Panther 60, Panther 60. Warrior 70.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Ward from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Looking to put a drive together.
What's that? 18. What's that?
Stroud to throw it. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, this defense for the Titans, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
What's that? 18. What's that?
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Short throw. He's got Kraft. Look at the big man rumble. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Oh, right.
And Stroud now to throw. Now quickly here to Worthy. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
15-yard line. Here we go, let's go. 18, what's that?
Throwing now is Stroud. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Here's Stroud. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jaden Higgins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it. We'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team.
And he's got room. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Stroud. That's complete. It's Jalen Noel. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 3. Stroud looking to throw. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
On the quick, right?
They'll give it to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Another try for Mixon. And he'll take this one in for the Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now it's 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Ready.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. You look at the defense for these Texans. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it, because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Ready up.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Pass the 60. Pass the 60.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. Throw to the right. Caught by Cockrell. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Stroud. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. And Xavier Worthy, 87 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, and discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
49-yard line.
Now Ward. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
In motion, the tight end. Throwing now, Ward. Short throw taken in by Conroy. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. To throw, here's Ward. That's into the hands of Ironman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Two yards to go, 2nd down.
Get it! Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Out of the gun to give to Spears. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Ready.
Here's Ward. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's caught. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
The slot man in motion right. They go play action with Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready,
Ward. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Moody good with the extra point. And it makes the score 21-10. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Tony.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down.
What's up? 118. What's up?
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here we go. Let's go. 118.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football.
Ready?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Throwing is Ward. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 18 Rebels, 18 Rebels.
To throw is Ward. He'll try and do this himself. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Noel. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun again to Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Stroud working out of the gun. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. The Texans send the punter out. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoops all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Play fake. Here's Ward. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll just get rid of it. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Second down and 4.
All right.
Looking to throw. Stroud. This goes out wide for Mixon. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here we go. Let's go.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Go. 118. What's up?
Mix it up the middle. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
I got it. 118.
That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Here we go. 118. What's up?
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. And Stroud now to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Stroud to throw it. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
But it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
118. What's up?
Throwing now is Stroud. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Tag! Viking, it's 79 Broncos. Let's go.
They'll start on the ground with Spears. Nice footwork at the 25. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 53 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41.
Pat the 60, pat the 60.
On the option, here's Spears. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Back to throw. Ward. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Hadn't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Bronco 80.
Looking to throw. Moore. Now he's going to step up and run. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this one is right through. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted. But he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. Here's Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Stroud out of the gun here. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
There's a quick throw to Higgins out wide. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 18. What's up?
Now Stroud to the left side, finds his receiver Noel. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Stroud looking to throw. To mix it on the check down. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. The throwing again is Stroud. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
2nd and 5.
70, hot 70. 19, 18.
Off the bootleg, Ward. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Titans.
Ready?
They go play action with Ward. Looking left sideline, it's complete.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Let's go now. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Play action now. Ward. Got it to Bell on the out route. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Titans have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Titans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
Look high.
Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to hold the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this is incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Over. 18. Okay.
Looking to throw. Stroud. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Cougar 19. Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
At the 40-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4.
70, 60, Meister, 60, Meister.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Jake Moody on for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Al, what's that? Hey, Sal, stop, swap, mother swap.
Now Stroud. Connected with Mixon. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Here's Stroud. He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's a give to Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
On the quick, right?
Stroud. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And we'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's second down. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker.
A 32-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Texans are going to win the football game. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Texans, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. Please I need you. Down when I was young. It's not my problem. It's not my problem.
day in my life.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, lies kill me 100,000 times, you can try, but the dead don't die, knock me down, 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve, lies kill me 100,000 times, you can try, but the dead don't die. In the mirror, no reflection. Another day, just another resurrection. Where's the glory? Just another story. I won't be the ending that was written for me. And I'm never running, so try it again. Starting me over right where it began.
It's pretty boring, isn't it? This existence. Might as well not take fear off the table.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, lies kill me. Yeah, huh? Let's go. Hey, yeah. It's so rugged, so right. It's so rugged, so right. It's so right. One album is getting kinda hectic. Too many fans on me like I'm in Texas. 3 years deep now, keeping them guessing. 4-star hotel once for breakfast. 5 fingers give you a blister. 6 at the wheel, you're 6 the mister. Give me your mama, I'ma kiss her. I said 6 rings on me like I'm in Pittsburgh. Motion maker, record breaker. 6 on my chest like an LA Laker.